why we need to elect Biden. Hey there, friends. It's David D. Hope you're having a good one. A couple days before, what is it, like 5 days out? I don't even know. It's probably like, what, 5 days of the election, right? Well, I voted. I hope you voted. Hope you had a chance to. Please try to vote in person or use the drop box. But the mail is being discouraged because Trump's crony, DeJoy, is slowing down the mail. And the Supreme Court is trying to say that ballots cannot be counted after the election. Because, you know, voter suppression, the GOP's bread and butter, when they can't win on issues, they have to cheat. It's who they are. So, back to my initial thought, why we need to elect Biden. We need to elect Biden to defeat Biden. A lot of my progressive friends aren't really getting this because it is more of a long-term strategy for change. And, you know, starting a party right now sounds way more like a better idea than something long-term. But it's a surefire win, in my opinion, that Joe Biden is defeatable when it comes to the battle of ideas. So I'd rather fight neoliberal Joe than neo-fascist Trump, where there is no ideology, where there is no playing by the rules, playing on policy or any of that stuff. You know, it's just a mess. And Trump is a far more difficult opponent to challenge than Joe Biden is. And also, we already have the monopoly on the public mandate for change. We have a Green New Deal on our side. We have Fight for 15 on our side. Joe does too, and this is why I'm voting for Joe as well. You know, a Medicare for all single payer. You know, we have all of UBI. We have a bunch of progressive policies that totally outkick neoliberal Joe and his conservative centrist ideology that he shares, you know, primarily with the GOP. So, once again, I want to fight Joe Biden. I politically want to fight Joe Biden. He is the weaker opponent in the equation because it's going to be Trump or it's going to be Biden. It's a rigged two-party system. You know this by now. I'm sounding redundant, but I'll meme it into existence once again. It's a rigged two-party system. You just gotta come to terms with that if you're not. Things are a lot easier to deduce when we do. And we'll work on changing that. Let's change that. But that's what it is right now. So, like, yeah, my progressive friends really aren't getting it. They're not for it. They're so disgusted, and I understand that. Your Uncle Dave understands, baby. I understand. I understand. But here's something that you don't understand, my progressive friend. Unlike the era of Bill Clinton, unlike the time when Obama and Biden were in office, unlike those times, we have a progressive movement now. And that's the difference. I've already said we have the public mandate for change in this country. And Clinton and Obama, Biden, during those years, they didn't have what we have now. We have political weight. We have political equity. We have power. Bernie Sanders and others have seeded multiple generations of people, and you know, to make them progressives. So we're talking Gen X, we're talking Gen Z, we're talking millennials. You know, the next. These are the next. You know, we're the next, and we're all leaning on the progressive side now more than ever. So the change that's ahead is progressive change. And we have the monopoly right now. We can change things. I have no doubts that we can change things, okay? I understand my progressive friends say, oh no, it's been like this for 40 years. You know, Clinton and Obama and Biden didn't do anything. And they're right. My progressive friends are right. Nothing progressive really happened. And during those times, there wasn't a progressive movement like the one we have right now. That's the difference. That's why I need you to believe in change. I really need you to believe right now. And I know faith is hard to come by these days. But I need you to believe that we have the political equity going forward, political equity that can defeat neoliberalism. So we need to wield this power together, but we have to believe. And you know, I'm a person of math and science and, you know, deduction and reason, but I'm telling myself I gotta have faith here. I gotta have faith. Cheesy George Michael song popped in my head. Yeah, sorry about that. We gotta have faith right now, because it is different this time. I'm saying it's different this time. We have the movement for change, much like the Tea Party had back in 2010. And you know what? They changed the Republican Party. Like, the Republican Party is mainly economic libertarians at this point. So don't tell me a massive progressive movement behind the Democrats isn't going to do the same thing. Okay? Make progressive changes to the party. That is possible. You have to believe that's possible,